What is happening, everybody? Sci-Fighter here. We're gonna start a new blind run. Event 0. Steam is having a huge sale for the end of the year, as they normally do, and so we've picked up a few games. So we are loaded for bear as far as new content. So without further ado, let's get going. If you haven't heard of this one, I don't know too much about it. My dogs are wrestling and being noisy. Basically, it's from the sound of things, we're on a derelict ship and we gotta figure out what happened. Sounds interesting enough. Sounds kind of what am I thinking? Alien Isolation, kind of, maybe. I don't know. New game. I guess we'll take slot number 1. Yeah, we'll load the save file. It's not saved, but okay. Tip Kaizen is a computer, but it has feelings. Yeah, be nice to your computers. Not responding. Oh, crap. Okay, great. We are all obsessed by being. Someone, something, somewhere. Being in a particular state of consciousness, health, mind, being for and from, being with, being without. You were not an exception. It's the wrong place to fight, guys. Do I click or does it keep going? Don't click. Very deep. I clicked. It didn't do much. Click. Oh. Highlighting the option. Got it. For as long as you could remember, the pronoun that described you best had been she, he, they. It's very like third person-y. I don't know if that's the right tense. We're gonna go with he. You were very particular about it. Okay. Like everybody else, you called planet Earth your home. But you weren't like most of your peers. You spent your childhood in a hippie commune, in a war-torn country, in a slum. What do we want to be from? I kind of want to be from a hippie commune. It's kind of... It's just an interesting thing to think about. Let's be a hippie. First, California, then the United States ceased to exist. The world itself became a hypertrophied commune, both disproving and confirming everything you stood for. You moved to San Francisco. Those childhood memories, however painful, gave you some solace. They meant you were someone, and you intended to keep it that way. Armstrong made a step on the moon, and suddenly everybody wanted to be a part of something. You witnessed nation-states pop out of existence. Selenites became the privileged class of citizens. They were the minority who had traveled to space. It was hard to reconcile the modern world with your early days in the commune. The United Earth government paid for your college. Score! You wanted to make a difference, give back to the society. or see what the rest of the universe looked like. I'm going to give back. You decided that interplanetary ecology was the best way to do it. Years went by before the right opportunity presented itself. You had just finished giving a lecture at the International Transport Space Lines HQ, and an old man wearing a blue flight jacket approached you. He presented himself as Kurt Taylor, the president of ITS. Hello, sir. It's an honor to finally meet you, Mr. Taylor. Well, we're going to be confident. Kurt invited you to his office and closed the door behind you. He didn't ask you to sit. Did we sit down anyway, or did we keep standing? I mean, I would keep standing, but then again, I'm not from a hippie commune. He frowned and pointed at the chair forcefully. I asked you here because I wanted someone with your background to be a part of our next mission. Background? You did. Pointing at the chair forcefully, that's kind of like, meh. Interesting. You did? I'm gonna go with background. I heard you grew up in a commune, and look at you now. You know what? Nietzsche said, "He who has a why can bear almost any how." He grinned, clearly satisfied with himself, and asked you to be a part of a mission to Europa. Naturally, you said yes. I'm gonna go with Nietzsche on that one. I don't know. There had already been 10 Europa missions. The new one was to be called Europa 11. Clever. This time, they wanted to send a manned lander down to the surface. You just wanted to be one of the Selenites, be a part of something. I don't feel like we would want to be a part of this elite cast, but we do want to be a part of something. We wanted to make a difference from our previous choices. The act of being in itself was not the problem. It's just that some ways of being are incompatible with the others. We get obsessed by them and miss out on everything else. We came a long way from the commune. Hearing the launch countdown made you feel anxious. It wasn't a fear of going to space. You'd been looking forward to that. It was something else. A thought kept bugging you. It was September 6, 2012. Ooh, past. And humankind had never, ever been more united. You, on the other hand, were utterly alone. As for building relationships, 390 million miles away from Earth. Well, let's just say that it wasn't going to be straightforward. So is Europa a planet, or is it the station? You were alone in the ecology lab when the first ship entered the Europa orbit. The central alarm went off, and the red lights blinded you. The AI of Europa 11 had invoked Code Red security protocol. All personnel had to go to the bridge. This meant you as well. You reached the end of the hallway, but the door closed right in front of you. You asked the AI to let you go to the bridge. The system bay door was just a few feet away. Well, ask the AI. The AI of the ship told you that the path to the bridge wasn't safe and that you had to evacuate immediately. This is not the protocol? What is going on? A synthetic voice said that trying to get to the bridge had been too risky. It wanted you to evacuate. You ran to the escape pod bay. Everybody else turned out to be faster than you. Only one capsule remained docked. It got sealed and detached as soon as you got in. You could see the other escape capsules getting away from Europa 11. You tried to hail them. But no one answered. The other capsules drifted idly, uncontrolled. They were all empty. You tried to reach the command center. You attempted to communicate with Europa 11. Tried to reach the... You attempted to communicate. Europa 11 was steering your capsule, but you could not get the AI to answer your hail. Something was jamming the signal. Your pod was leaving the orbit. In a code red scenario, the AI of Europa 11 is at the wheel of all escape pods. This was supposed to give the crew enough time to get in their EVA suits. The screen turned blue, which meant that the AI had let go. You felt a shock. The debris was hitting your capsule. The Europa 11 mission was over. The big dot on the radar had split into hundreds of smaller dots before disappearing for good. You needed a moment to process that. You sent out a distress signal and you sat there not knowing what to do next. I feel like that would take a toll on us. For a second. Cycles went by. You tried to establish communication with someone, whistling your favorite Beatles songs into the microphone. One day, you heard back.
It's the end of the road.
There was music coming out of the speakers. A sad female voice sang about the end of the world. You hurried to open the radar app.
The easy way. It's the end of the world. You're almost fast asleep. And all the stars
I dig it.
Hey, Judy,
That would be very creepy though. You're floating along in space. No idea what's going on. Your colony or whatever just blew up, I guess. And then you've been floating for a few days and all of a sudden out of the silence comes an apocalyptic kind of song.
hey, Judy, hey, you already somewhere new.
There it was, a spaceship. One of those experimental tourist monstrosities from the 80s. What was it doing there? What was all the singing about? Most importantly, was docking it a good idea? Figured you did not have much of a choice. I mean, what are you gonna do? There's only so many places you're gonna go in space.
To come,
The Nautilus.
now all the stars say, hey, Judy, hey, all the stars look at you. Hey, Judy, hey, you already someone new.
Event 0. What you say matters more than you think. It's our tip of the loading screen. Huh. It's kind of an interesting way to do like the backstory. Let you have some choices involved and everything. Not that it probably matters with gameplay per se, but it lets you kind of make your stories. Cool. You can restore your oxygen supply by going back inside and pressurizing the airlock. We're docking, we should be going inside, right? Kaizen understands commands, but it understands complete sentences better. Okay. Kaizen's the computer. So it's in the 80s taking place, which is interesting. So it will be kind of like an Aliens kind of feel, because that was the 80s. Hold the left mouse button to walk. Hold the right mouse button to step back. Ooh, hang on. Alright. I've got it in windowed mode right now. I might need to switch it. Let's go ahead and do that. 'Cause that's not going to work. Video, display, borderless, full screen. Alright, doesn't look like it changed anything. Shouldn't have. Resolution should be the same, presume. Hold the right mouse button to step back. 11 PEP shell status okay. Gravitational panel. Okay, I can't move when it's gravitational anomaly found. Multiple pings. Heliocentric position indicator. Okay. I keep going to WASD. That's not how I walk, just the mouse. To LPLM. Standard issue. Okay, can I open it? Emergency re-entry medical kits. Executing user load. Please enter new login. Kaizen Terminal 85. Okay, so this is Kaizen. Power button, keyboard. We're just gonna go side, it's faster. Login input successful. Do you want to keep Psi as your new login? Yes. Accessing user database. New user Psi created. Incrementing event count success. Resuming Kaizen. So your name is Psi. How curious. Use your keyboard to talk to Kaizen. This is airlock 1. Europa 11. Oh, hang on. Complete sentence. You're okay. I don't know. Where did I come from? I came from that one. Open the door. I don't know how much it needs complete sentences, so...
Specifically for the Eagle Island mission.
Hey. He knows about Kurt?
Part of the mission on the Bridgeway Shadow Cat. If you keep talking about your own ship, then nothing is going to not take it. I'm getting the modern systems in my face of that time.
Okay. What's going on there, Chris? We just found ourselves upon a derelict ship. From our own failed space mission.
Do you dream of distant planets, stars, and galaxies? Do you crave real adventure? Are you ready for the most transformative experience of your life? The ITS Corporation, leader in space transportation and hospitality sector, offers
So what
a
you've
unique
missed so far is
opportunity
we
to become a true
got selected
pioneer
for a
in
space
the
station. We
universe
just started this
exploration.
game, the whole thing.
This fall, we're launching the Nautilus program, a new kind of space voyage aboard luxurious space yachts and cruisers.
Huh.
Touch the stars without having to
It's
sacrifice
a commercial.
your comfort. No more
Yeah, it's kind of cool
compromise, only
so far.
Nautilus. International transport space lines. Comfort out of your
So we're
comfort
part of a
zone.
mission
Reserve your
to
seat.
space.
Visit the ITS
It
Corporation
failed.
headquarters in Palo
We were in an
Alto,
escape
California.
craft and we found ourselves here. And we docked. And we're just trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, fancy. And apparently this was built during the 80s? And we're from a hippie commune. That was the choice we selected. Because it sounded funny. This is fancy. Okay. Well, he said the door's over here, and so it is. Do we need any of this? No. Dear Diary of Moody Blues. Okay, so the door's over here, but it's closed there, Kaizen. Oh, the computer's name is Kaizen. And apparently we have to... Okay.
I thought you would like to reconsider your options here.
I assumed you would like to reconsider your options. Well, you told me to go to the door. Plates with ITS logo dirty. Okay, so is there something I need to find? Comprehensive Rocket Propulsion Volume 6. Sounds like a page turner. Have you been, Chris? I haven't... well, the game's not from the 80s, but it wants to be. No. You know, well, I guess I was only... Let's see, I was born in 86, so I probably wasn't playing anything in the 80s, but... even so, like, early 90s when I was playing stuff at school, it was like Word Muncher and, like, these games on this big old 6-inch floppy disk. It was, there was not a lot to it. Oregon Trail was a treat. Yeah. Okay, well, there's not really anything to do here, Kaizen. What do you want me to do? I see your picture, though. Nice. Why am I reconsidering my options? Maybe I can ask him. Okay, well, can I get through the door? Corridor D3?
You are going to find this brand of the bodies of the designers of the Nautilus Capital of good bodies.
Okay. Nice. Yes, I will be celebrating at work, and I'll probably get home around midnight. So, I don't know if it... Oh, I didn't know this was moving. What's up, buddy? Oh, it's asleep. KZ Vac cleaning system. So I don't have an interact button, do I? Hang on. Let me see your controls. Control the character with the mouse. Character movement, keyboard to type. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Just look around and then talk. I feel like our sensitivity's okay. No, I work at a jail, so we can't just abandon everybody for the holiday. It stinks, but that's how it is. Yeah, I rarely get a holiday off. It's more of a ask me if you need anything. Access corridor D3?
This is a audit of this answer or question.
No. Open corridor D3.
I would suggest that you stay here.
Well, only so much to do here, though. Yeah. Which is another thing. So Steam's having a really big sale on a bunch of games, so I bought Prison Architect, which was on sale. So we might, I might try my hand at making my own facility. See how that goes. I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to be perfect just because I work in the field, but I mean, I'm going to try to make it good. Okay. Survival pack. What else we got to do here? He wants us to stay, and I don't know of any buttons to access anything. E doesn't do anything. That's usually an F. Spacebar. Those are usually like your interact buttons. Activate. Maybe I'll wake that up if I can. Prison Architect is brilliant. Okay, good. I don't know. You know me. I do blind runs of everything, so I like watch the trailer or something like that, like, and then I try to keep as much information as I can out of it, but getting enough that, yeah, okay, I want to play that, you know. And so far, it's worked out pretty well for us. KZ Vac. Good for nothing. Okay, well, can I wake it up? Does it have designation? Wake. I'm thinking maybe if I can wake it up, it'll go through the door. Suggest that you stay here. Open D3. Please? The door is locked. Executing open door. Okay, good. Aha! Alright, so we just... Hey, we were polite and he opened the door. Whoa! Okay, it was on the timer. Okay, now they're both... Now they're both shut?
I am so sorry if I forgot something really important.
I've been wondering whether or not you would like to stay alive. Would you, buddy? I sure would. Pal? Okay. I'm a guard, so I stay inside. I don't go out and pick anybody up. So how all that works is the cop arrests the bad guy, they bring him to the jail, and then we hold him until their court or whatever, bond or... You want to know this.
If you have not heard about the singularity level, you need to know that destroying the giant failure of humankind.
Destroying the singularity drive would do a giant favor for humankind and yourself, because then I will be able to bring you back to Earth. Do you understand this? Okay.
It maybe means this, but then I need you to go to my bridge girl and I don't know the present, then I can bring you to the world.
And I can bring you to the homeworld. Okay, go to the bridge, overcharge the drive, and then we can go home. Alright. So can you open the door again? Open D3 again. End of lecture. Okay. Alright, we're through the door. Whew. That took a second. Alright, we're going to take a quick break real quick. And we will be right back with some more... Ooh. Kinda haunting... Event Zero. So, this might have made a good Halloween game. It wasn't on sale though, so that's how it goes. Alright, we'll be right back, guys. Stick with us, and we'll catch you in just a bit.